Chaudhary, Hanslo
Mayor.
Thank you very much.
Sorry.
Yes, that is safe. Sorry, Chair.
Table.
We would like to request all of the friends here that they should take their role and try to provide a cordial atmosphere where parties can sit together now we negotiate together for future.
On a practical, would a letter to our foreign minister be one example that we could do to help him? To ask him to look at it, get the parties together, because he is travelling around the world, he's trying to resolve the problem in Sudan, trying to, I mean, as you know, we've been through so many Holocausts and genocides from the Colombian to the most current one is in South Sudan that's going on right now. We've had the Holocaust, we've had so many, and this only last week is when we were celebrating the idea of Holocaust and remembering all the Rwanda genocide that took place, the ones in Colombia, so many. So this is probably a good time for us to maybe write a letter. Is that a practical example of what we could do?
There can be many ways and means to begin with. Some elected people, cross-party parliamentary delegation, should ask India and Pakistan both to visit the line of control and to meet the people, actual sufferers, and then start by finding the effects, and then slowly and gradually try to facilitate them, help them, and ask them to accept their assistance and facilitation. Because India, before civil agreement, the situation was different. But after the civil agreement, India normally insists upon the changed situation that it is a bilateral issue between India and Pakistan. So bilateralism in the context of India and Pakistan has never worked. No, there is no such thing that they are produced through their bilateral talks or negotiations. Each and every time, third party had to come in, right from their creation, right from their independence, up to the Indus Water Treaty and many other things. So it was international assistance which played an effective role. So that is the one of the most important thing that, because it as long as it is available and exists on international agenda, it is an international case. And the case of right of self-determination and committed and promised by the international community. So
because the impression that we have, so much so, is that
Parliament is one of the most relevant, because in the Western society, Britishers are the only people who have more than 100 years of association with the South Asian subcontinent. Because the many other countries and forces in this country, they are trying to learn the psyche and the history of the people through emails and faxes and electronic and digital gadgets. It becomes very difficult. Britishers are the only people in this society, in this part of the world, who have direct contact and experience of having lived with people for more than 100 years. So they have the moral, political and global obligation for coming facilitate. So our communities
in smaller groups, different parts of the country, and still sending that message over that the people of Kashmir need a fair hearing, and especially on the human rights issue, because we are very lucky that we live in this country and we see and we take for granted a lot of things, the freedom of speech, the freedom of movement, access to medical care when we're injured, but the people of Kashmir don't have that liberty. And we, irrespective of where our backgrounds are from, most of us are from South Asia, whether we're from India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, or wherever. The bottom line is, we don't live by those standards, and we will never accept these type of standards. So, the Indian community here as well has been very receptive towards us, and they've said not under our name, that we will not tolerate these human rights violations, if they're done under our names, or the banner of India. Prime Minister, from Prime Minister, I think you want to pick up. So,
Yes, Sardar, you have very rightly explained the situation. If the situation in Kashmir, occupied Kashmir, is getting worse.
Sir? No, better, please.
No,
No, no, no, no,
yes,
please,
no,
no, no, no, no, no.
Yes, yes, yes. Chair is here, it's fine.
Either we all of us will stand up.
No, no, it's fine.
No, no, no,
It's
there you
fine.
are.
It's fine.
No, no.
There's no
I'm
chair.
sure.
There's no-
Seriously, I'm sure. You can just bring the chairs forward, there's plenty there.
Basically, this is awareness kind of campaign that Kashmir is completely disconnected from the outside world. There is no access, no international human rights organization, even none of the organizations working within India, they have any access in the Indian occupied territory. That part of the area is with the highest military concentration. To say something 700,000 troops is maybe seems a normal thing, but it is exceptionally rare exception that proportionate to the size and land of the area, more than 700,000 troops are deployed. Mother, she got a bullet in her right eye. So that kind of situation, and more than 100,000 people they have been killed and martyred and massacred. Every day there are gang grabs and killings and fasting and maiming and looting, and the people are deprived of right of life, right to life, right to speech, freedom of expression and access travel outside and inside the state. So that situation is getting worse day by day, and international community has a global obligation and responsibility towards the South Asia, because extremism and terrorism and Afghanistan and other parts of the area, heavy engagement of NATO forces there. So highly nuclearized region and situation of global warming at the same time, 1,000 years old ice layers in the same region, Himalayan region. So all these factors, they warrant for very serious and immediate and urgent attention of the world community. So when we talk of the South Asian subcontinent, a very important thing is that the process of independence of Pakistan and India, that was a result of the negotiations, tripartite negotiations between Pakistani, Indian and Britishers. So Kashmir was supposed to have been settled then and there with the creation of these two sovereign independent dominions. So that is part of unfinished agenda of the Great Divide of subcontinent. That has to be 16 million people, they were left out of the right of self-determination, basic right. And now with this situation has reached as a point that it has become a nuclear flashpoint. It has become a nuclear ring with India, China, Russia, even Afghanistan, as we call it, a proxy nuclear state. So we would very much like to urge and suggest that international community should pay attention, and international community should come and bring Pakistan and India on a negotiation table with the Association of Kashmiris, so that a political, peaceful, negotiated settlement is arrived at. And the guidelines are obviously available. A roadmap is available in the UN resolutions on Kashmir. So that is the crux of the whole thing. I mean, so many other details. One of the most active line of control between India and Pakistan. Every day skirmishes and exchange of fire, civil population dislocation, each and every day it has become a routine. So that cannot continue for indefinite period. This can lead to any catastrophic situation anytime, because if anything goes wrong, in the past we have gone through 3 wars between Pakistan and India, but God forbid if in this situation anything goes wrong again, it is not going to be a traditional conventional thing. It can be a kind of nuclear holocaust. So that has to be avoided. Some measures need to be taken.
Because all the councils.
And basically, during this past week, we've been creating awareness for the plight of the Kashmiris here in the UK. I'm sure you've seen some in the local, attended a few functions.
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Assalamualaikum.
Councillor Danish and Nisar Sab, he's also a councillor.
He's the next mayor.
He's
of
ex-mayor
this
of-
borough.
How are you?
I'm all right, yeah.
The former Prime Minister has been here for just a week now, sir? Yeah, a couple of days. So they've had a fruitful meeting in the Parliament building. I think you may have seen it on social media.
Yes. No, I've got to go, guys. I've got to go. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Where's Nisar gone? Just 1 second, let few people come in.
फरमाइएगा कि भाई अनफिनिश्ड एजेंडा है कश्मीर का, आप भी कोशिश कर रहे हैं, यहाँ ब्रिटिश पाकिस्तानी भी कोशिश कर रहे हैं। अब तो ये काफ़ी हद तक उजागर हो गया मसला। आप क्या समझते हैं इस हवाले से?
करें बात जी प्लीज़। ये बहुत शुक्रिया जी आप लोगों का। कश्मीर के हवाले से बात मुश्किल भी है और आसान भी है। मुश्किल इसलिए है कि वक्त के साथ साथ ये मसला बहुत पेचीदा हो गया है, और आसान इसलिए है कि